What's up everyone, Zach here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over who I think is going to make the playoffs basically for the 2020 NFL season. I'm going to give you my division winners as well as my 3 wildcard picks. So before we get started, if you are new, please, just starting off, hit the subscribe button, like the video. You don't really got to share it, but if you want to, go for it. Alright, so let's just hop into it here. We'll go like the AFC North and the NFC North, the AFC East, back and forth like that. Okay. Let's start with the AFC North. I've given that division title to Baltimore. Do I think they'll have a 14-2 season like they did last year? I don't think so. But I don't think they're going to go, drop down to like 10 wins like that. I think they'll win like 11, 12 games maybe. I'm going to give it to Baltimore. I think Pittsburgh's going to be a lot better than they were last year. I think Cleveland, because Pittsburgh is going to be better, Cleveland will end up actually doing worse. Cincinnati's still got a ton of holes on that team, so they're going to be chilling near the bottom. So I'm going to give the AFC North title to Baltimore. The NFC North, I give it to the Packers. Same thing with the Packers. Won 13 games last year. Do I think they'll win 13? No, but 11, 12 probably. Rodgers looked good last year if he stays healthy. It's all on that. If Rodgers gets hurt like he has in the past, forget it. No chance. But if he stays healthy, 100%. So next up would be the AFC East. Just look around, baby. Buffalo Bills. Thing is, Buffalo is, I'm a Bills fan, but this isn't a biased pick. I genuinely think they're going to win the division just because, if you understand football on paper, great defense, offense got significantly better, and they're in the same system again. And I mean, you plug anyone into that defense, and they have a great year. So the defense, I think, is going to be top 3 in the entire league. Offense will do enough to get us some wins. So even though with a tougher schedule, I think we win 10 or 11 games and the AFC East title. The NFC East, unfortunately, again, Bills fan, hate to do this, but I got Dallas. Dallas played like crap last year. New coach, I think they kind of rejuvenate, actually take advantage of their weapons and have a decent season. Philly, again, depends on how Wentz is, if he stays healthy or not. But I don't see them beating Dallas this year. So next, AFC South, I'm going to give it to Tennessee. It's going to be, I think, up between Tennessee and Indianapolis most of the way. Jacksonville is not a threat. They're basically a tank. Houston traded away half their team. I don't think they really are as competitive as people might think they will be. So I'm going to give that to Tennessee. The NFC South, I'm going to give to New Orleans. Yes, Tampa Bay is rejuvenated on offense, and Brady can take a team to the playoffs. But I really don't see it happening. I don't think Tampa Bay's defense is anything to write home about. Yeah, the offense is great, but Brady really showed a decline last year. Part of the reason, the receivers in Tampa Bay do so well is Jameis Winston would like to throw the deep ball, but, Tom Brady ain't going to do that much. Gronk, we'll see how he is. They just added Leonard Fournette, which is another plus. I think the offense is going to be very good and the defense is going to be very bad, and it's just going to create a 500-like team. That's just my opinion. So in the AFC West, I'm going to go Kansas City. There's Chargers, no. Denver might be better a little than last year, but no chance. And then Vegas, no, nothing special. Kansas City, I think, wins 13, 14 games even. And lastly, for the division titles, we'll go the NFC West. I'm actually going to give it to Seattle. I'm liking what they're doing out in Seattle. Added Jamal Adams, big help on the defense. Offensively, can't go wrong with Russell Wilson, Got some decent receivers there. Hopefully the running game is good. And yeah, I have Seattle winning the division because it was close last year. I don't remember Seattle's final record in San Francisco's, but I think they're separated by like a game. So my wild card teams for the AFC, in no particular order of what, who will be the 5, 6, and 7 seed. But my first wild card team, Pittsburgh. I think Ben Roethlisberger, if he stays healthy, they get into the playoffs with that defense. It'll be solely because of the defense, really not because of the offense. So we'll see. My next wildcard team, the team that I think is going to compete with Tennessee for the division, the Colts. I think they just missed the division and squeeze into a wild card there. And finally, the last wild card spot in the AFC was up between two teams for me. It was between Denver and New England. And I went ahead and said New England just because, until Belichick proves wrong, you gotta kind of say, okay, even with Cam Newton, even with all these opt-outs, they're still going to be a pretty good team, and they're going to squeeze in by the skin of their teeth due to the extra spot. There was no extra wild card spot. I don't think they make it, but we'll see. So finally, wrap things up with my wild card predictions for the NFC. So obviously, Seattle wins the division. San Francisco's the first one. It can go either way, but I think they're going to squeeze it. The second wildcard team, same kind of situation in the North. I think Minnesota, who's not going to really be better than Green Bay, I think is going to squeeze into that last wildcard spot. And finally, this is where I might get a little shit for. I got a third team from the NFC North making the playoffs. I got Detroit. I think Detroit's going to have a damn good season. They show everything that says they're going to turn around. Matthew Stafford can play well. And with that extra wildcard spot, excuse me, I think he can get them into the playoffs. So let me know all your division winners and your wild cards down below, and I look forward to commenting with you. Peace.